All right, hello and welcome. We're about to go on a pretty fascinating journey through 5 weeks of AI evolution. This analysis, put together by Mohit Kale, shows us how AI has grown from a simple helper for coders into what's basically a full-on cinematic studio. So, let's dive right in. The biggest thing to understand about AI right now is this. It's not just a chatbot anymore. We've really moved past just asking it questions in a box. AI is now an active system, one that can actually build things, create things, and even present things. Our journey starts in week 21, and we're starting right at the ground level, with code. This is really where we first saw AI stepping up from being just a tool to becoming a real partner for software developers. And look at what it can do now. We're not talking about simple autocomplete or suggesting a line of code here and there. AI is now writing whole functions from scratch, cleaning up messy code, generating test cases, and even doing pull request reviews. These are really complex, time-consuming jobs that are now getting a huge boost. This brings us to what I think is the perfect way to look at this. You should treat the AI like a junior developer on your team. It's incredibly fast, it's helpful, it's eager, but it doesn't have that deep experience of a senior engineer. It can do the work, for sure, but a human still needs to be there to review it and make sure it's up to standard. And this is a theme we're going to see again and again. The AI can give us amazing speed, but the responsibility, that's still on us. As the developer, you're the one in charge. You have to validate the output, check the logic, and make sure everything is solid. At the end of the day, that final sign-off, it has to be human. So in week 22, we see this whole idea get even bigger. After learning to build with logic and code, AI starts to build with creativity and content. The whole process starts looking less like an artist at a canvas and more like a streamlined, integrated production line. This workflow is, well, it's a total game changer. It all kicks off with just a simple text prompt, a few words. That text then gets turned into an image. That image can then be animated into a video. And finally, you layer on audio and sound effects. It's this seamless flow where one single idea becomes a full piece of multimedia. Okay, so this incredible new power to create anything you can imagine brings with it a really important responsibility. Week 23 is when we all had to take a step back for a reality check and start talking seriously about the challenge of deepfakes. So, what exactly is a deepfake? It's pretty simple, really. It's any piece of media, an image, a video, a voice clip, that was made by an AI to look totally real, but it's not. It's completely made up. And this brings up that classic question, right? The idea isn't to be scared of the technology, but we do need to become smarter, more critical consumers of what we see online. So the question for all of us is, how do we handle this new world responsibly? Well, it really comes down to these 3 simple but very powerful steps. First, if you see something online that's shocking or just unbelievable, just pause. Take a second before you react or share it. Second, ask yourself, where did this come from? Is the source trustworthy? And third, if it's important information, try to find it somewhere else, from another source you trust, just to be sure. And this is exactly why those steps are so critical. See, an AI is amazing at recognizing patterns. It can make a video look real because it's seen millions of other real videos, but it has absolutely no idea what's true and what's false. That's where we come in. Our judgment is more important than it's ever been. So, once AI can create content, what's the next logical step? Well, it's presenting that content, and in week 24, that's what we see with the rise of AI avatars, these digital humans that can deliver information, training, you name it, directly to an audience. This presents us with a really interesting choice. On one side, you've got the AI avatars, which are incredibly efficient. I mean, they can deliver training videos 24/7 all over the world. But on the other side, you have a real human presence, which is still the absolute best way to build trust, to show real emotion, and to make a genuine connection with people. So you see, the conversation isn't really about AI replacing people. The real skill that's emerging is knowing when to use AI for its efficiency and its scale, and when you absolutely need that irreplaceable human touch. And this brings us to our final stop, week 25, where all these different pieces we've been talking about just come together in this really exciting way. AI is now acting like a creative force multiplier, basically turning one person with a laptop into their very own film studio. Just think about what this means for a second. We're talking about the fundamental tools of filmmaking. A single creator can now use AI to control complex lighting, set a very specific mood for a scene, define a professional color palette, and frame their shots just right. This is stuff that used to require a huge crew and tons of expensive gear.
And this is the most empowering part of it all. For a very long time, your creative vision was limited by your budget, by the tools you had access to. AI is changing that equation. Now, the most important thing is just having a good idea.
So after this 5-week whirlwind tour, what's the big picture here? Well, it's all about a new kind of partnership, a partnership between human direction and AI's incredible capability.
I mean, just think about the journey we just walked through. In just 5 weeks, AI went from helping us code, to creating content, to communicating, and finally, to presenting it. The speed of this is it's breathtaking.
But through all of that amazing change, one thing has stayed exactly the same. The AI doesn't decide what to build or why we should build it. It doesn't set the creative vision or the ethical lines. That direction, that purpose, and the final responsibility, that still comes from us. And that's really the thought to leave you with. AI isn't here to replace human skill or judgment or creativity. It's a force multiplier. If you learn how to guide it, how to use it wisely, it might just become the strongest and most capable partner you've ever had.